Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I feel like I've stopped and started this video like so many times. So over the past 6 weeks during this pandemic and crisis situation, I've had a lot of opportunities to make videos and I haven't taken those opportunities because I have been really struggling with content during this whole thing. I want you all to know that I'm very, very like empathetic for the people out there that are struggling like financially, that have lost their jobs, that are, you know, stuck at home with like young children, fighting the good fight, you know, being heroes on the front line, the healthcare workers, like the whole shot. And so I've been having a hard time coming up with content because I don't want this to seem like out of context for what's going on. That being said, I hope that these videos like provide comfort to people and some entertainment when this is what we really need during these times. So I did want to give you guys like something to listen to and something to watch. And I wanted to let you know that, you know, I'm here for all of you. And if you ever need anything, you can send me a message. You can send me an email. It's decorativelettuce@gmail.com. But anyway, this video is bags during COVID, and not in the sense of like, I know there's been like a lot of talk on the forums about like, oh, do I take my bag out? Does COVID get on my bag? Like, what do I do? Should I use my Birkin? Are there going to be riots? Are people going to like steal my handbags? That's not this. This is just kind of a video based on like making do with what we have. And so I've given my bags in the last like week or so kind of like some special love because obviously they have pretty much gone unused for 6 weeks. I've used the same one for like a month because I have no motivation to change them out because I literally run down to my office like once a week to check the mail in kind of the sweatpants situation that I'm wearing now, no jewelry, light makeup, etc. So these are just kind of like ideas for what to do with your handbags during COVID and things kind of to look forward to, just to put some like spin on the situation. So I have to read my list. I made an extensive list and then the cat spilled water on it and then my list broke. But I just wanted to go through some little like tips and tricks that I've been doing during COVID to keep myself kind of excited and going. So the first one is to clean all of your bags. And by clean all your bags, I mean, get a terry cloth or use, if you have like a Chanel bag, use the dust cloth that it came with and just wipe them down. I did that like a week ago just because they've been kind of stagnating in my closet and, you know, I haven't been the best about keeping up with the cleaning during these days. So I thought that that was kind of a little piece of advice for you guys to have. The second thing is for all of your Chanel bags and bags with chains is make sure that they're out of the way. This happens to me all the time that I have like a bag chain and I don't realize the bag is like sitting directly on it. And then it'll dent and the dents will go away. But you know, for the sake of it, just make sure that you don't have a bag sitting on a chain for like an 8-week period of time. Normally you'd probably catch that kind of thing during COVID when you're maybe not using your handbags. You might not. Another one is to repack the interiors. So I can't remember if this one has stuffing. Yeah. So, I usually have some sort of packing material in all of my bags, like whether that be, something that the bags come with or whether it literally be like a towel. So I'll give you, this example. For this Birkin bag, I literally just have it kind of like, it's not overstuffed, but it's stuffed with white towels. And something that I did a week ago was I just went through and I like re-zhuzhed the inside just to make sure that the towel was kind of like filling out like areas of the bag that might otherwise sag, just to kind of give it like a little bit of life, make sure that you know, the bag wasn't overstuffed in one area, understuffed in another, etc. That's just something for wear and tear. Another one is to go through all of your bags and just kind of generally look for issues. Obviously, we all know that the Hermes and the Chanel like turnaround time on things that you have to get fixed is forever. However, if there are bags that need to get fixed, identify them now. You know, you're not really using them. You can segregate them out from the rest of your bags. And then when the stores reopen, it's something that you can handle. This bag which is my green trendy CC, is one of my favorites, but it has caused me the most amount of grief. And it actually, of all of my bags, has decent amounts of like wear and tear. So you'll see here, there's a mark from where this is like continuously hitting the chains. It's lesser on the other side, but you'll see here that there's some color fading in the past. And actually it's okay right now. For some reason, I lost like the color on this little band of piping on this bag. And so I sent it back, and it was really annoying because it took like 9 months, and I think it cost like, it's either $90 or $120, but you might as well go through your bags and look for issues that you can address once this whole thing lifts. It'll kind of give you like new life to the whole process. It'll give you a reason to go to the Chanel or the Hermes boutique, you know, to send your bags back and look for pretty things. Another option is clean them out or pack them. So I am very good at cleaning out my bags when I switch over from bag to bag. However, I keep business cards in all of my bags because business cards are something that I can never remember to keep on my person, like literally ever. So I took the opportunity a week ago to go ahead and put business cards in all of my bags just to kind of like handle it. So I give the same advice for you. Same goes for a bag organizer. So if you have an organizer you use for everything, clean it out. Get rid of like the gum wrappers, get rid of like old lipsticks, like, you know, maybe even switch it up for new stuff that you're kind of excited to use for when the restrictions relax, etc. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually a recommendation for my sister, which is to open and close all of the pockets inside of your bags just to kind of keep the leather moving. I think it's really important just to make sure you're sort of like using them, making sure they're not sticking to one another, making sure they're not kind of like sticking shut, making sure there's nothing in them, which kind of goes back to the previous point. But just to kind of like re-zhuzh the bag, you know, keep it kind of moving, which you would otherwise do if this circumstance had not presented itself. My next piece of advice, and I'm going to do this on camera, this is a patent leather travel wallet, which I absolutely adore, but for some reason, patent leather kind of sticks to itself over time. So I like to intermittently open my patent leather handbags just to kind of do it, to keep them moving. So let's see, this one may or may not be bad. Sometimes it's awful. Oh, that wasn't too bad, but I don't know if you could hear it sticking. So obviously it's fine. There's like no harm, no foul, like to the entire situation, but just like to keep that as an option for you. Okay, so from a practical standpoint, I don't know, for those of you that have a lot of bags, if you've insured them, but I would absolutely recommend that you do that. And now is a good time to A, make sure you've got them all insured, and then B, to adjust the prices. So, you know, for a Chanel bag that's 10 years old, you know, it was probably, you know, $1,500 cheaper, you know, 8 or 10 years ago than it is now. And you can go ahead and adjust those prices to reflect current value for insurance purposes. Another option, which I will not seek out because I don't sell my bags, but is to look at any that you might be able to sell in the secondary market. There's been a ton of talk about how the secondary market is like where it's at right now for bags, because we can't go to Hermes, we can't go to Chanel, we can't go to Louis Vuitton, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So there's been a huge run on bags on the secondary market. So for some reason, you've got a couple, you've been thinking about it, I think you could probably strike while the iron's hot. Oh, and then lastly, this is like such a fun one, is just consider what you're going to buy when this whole thing is over and you finally have money to afford a bag. I have in my life made a lot of impulse purchases, and that's something that has curbed like as the years have gone on, as I've accrued bags and kind of savvied up like a little bit in terms of saving and financial responsibility and that kind of thing. But COVID has me really missing the stores, and so I'm really trying to think of things that I'd be interested in when this whole thing is over. It's, you know, potentially idealistic, potentially I won't be buying a bag when this whole thing is over, but it sort of keeps the situation a little bit lighter and also kind of gives you hope for what you may be able to do at the end. And then fun stuff that you can do with your bags is, this is something I haven't done in ages, but one is to outfit plan. So go ahead, try on something cute that you're not wearing, because if you're like me, you've been wearing sweatpants I can't reiterate that enough. Literally all I wear is sweatpants. And match bags with it, and then take photos of yourself. And then that way, when the circumstances lift and it's summer and we're out having fun, you'll have like a whole bunch of really cute outfits planned. You will not have forgotten how to plan an outfit, and you'll have bags to match. And so that's just kind of like another fun little, gives you a reason to try on your clothes, gives you a reason to try on your bags. Little suggestion for me. Obviously, you can also take that a step further and put that stuff on Instagram. Obviously, Instagram is such a happy place to go during all of this, because it's really fun to see, you know, everybody's bags and kind of the life they're pretending to lead when reality is otherwise. And then, what is this? Oh, also do bag and wallet planning. So I don't know if you guys like to match your bags with your wallets, but that's kind of fun. Like, just for when, again, this is over, you can kind of have like a couple of little, make a little chart, you know, have a couple of wallets that you want to use with a certain bag, or like vice versa, or even plan bags together. So if for some reason you're traveling over the summer, you guys have a wedding to go to, you've got something on the horizon, you could start to work on like, hey, what am I going to need for this trip? Again, kind of idealistic, but also fun. It kind of keeps the bags in rotation during all this. And then my last kind of fun recommendation is, I don't know if all of you display your bags. Obviously, I have the luxury of being able to do just that, and I'm considering doing like a redisplay. So like right now they're organized by color, but I'm thinking about redoing them either by style or size, just to sort of like switch things up and keep it moving. I think, you know, any display change sort of, you know, revamps like the fun of the bags. You know, so if you're doing them by color, you could change by size, you could do by price, you could do, you know, essentially by use, like which ones you use the most and which ones you use the least. But sort of anything just to kind of keep the situation like fresh and fun. So, that is my video for today. I know it's probably not as exciting as like a bag reveal or, you know, what have you. If you guys have any questions that are bag related or COVID related, or if you want to see like a more fun kind of like bougie video, I'm down for that. I just wanted to, during this, kind of put one out there that's more on the practical standpoint, or, you know, kind of from a practical standpoint. And moreover, just really wanted to let you guys know that we're going to get through this together. And I know it's turbo crazy and everybody's going stir crazy and I'm so bored, but you know, eventually this is going to end. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I should be back shortly with another video. If you could do me a favor and leave in the comments, like I just said, something that you would want me to comment on, I'd be happy to address it. And I hope everybody is staying well.